This podcast is brought to you by Amusement Warehouse Magazine, the industry's largest trade publication. We cover amusement parks, carnivals, fairs, festivals, history, safety columns. We really got it all when it comes to the amusement business. Only remaining print publication in the amusement industry on a regular basis. So if you're interested in what the amusement industry has to offer, subscribe today. You can subscribe by logging on to amusementwarehouse.com, carnivalwarehouse.com, or amusementparkwarehouse.com. Welcome to another edition of the Amusement Warehouse Podcast. Today, from the hills of Virginia somewhere, I'm assuming,
we're
is Mr. R.C. Cole.
Withfield today.
Wow, you are out there. That's like almost California. Mr. R.C. Cole of Cole Shows Amusement Company, the king of Virginia carnivals there. How we doing, R.C.?
We're doing good, Ron. How are you today?
I cannot complain. I'm clear on the other side of the state. People don't realize how wide Virginia is. We played a spot once. What was it? It's one of the ones I gave you.
Probably Washington County. But yeah, nobody does realize how big the state is. We jumped.
You drive for like 8 hours, and you're still driving. You're still in Virginia. It's crazy.
The state line in West Virginia, all the way down 81 to Lee County, which borders Kentucky. 428 miles that jump used to be.
That's
all
insane.
In Virginia.
That is insane. Yeah, and all in Virginia. You think you left the state. So
yeah.
Wait, are you playing more than Virginia now? Or are you just staying in Virginia? Or are you going to North Carolina a little bit?
We've got one left in Mount Airy. We play Mount Airy, North Carolina. And I think we might have 2 or 3 in West Virginia, but it's pretty much all back in the state of Virginia now.
Wow. Yeah, well, you never ventured very far out. You play a couple spots, but
yeah, when I was younger and dumber, I used to venture down as far as Georgia, but I got over that.
Some people get like, I don't know, they love to expand their horizons, I guess, a little bit, but in the end, is it any good? You're better off, like you were saying, staying home and doing your thing, and you probably net more money and are better off, I think.
Yeah, you end up just putting it all in the fuel tank. I say that we stay closer to home, but our food operation now, since we're taking that over from Stewart Confections, we do go as far as Miami with the food.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Look at you. So walk us through the history of Cole Shows. I know your dad started a show that you helped on and things, and before you became your own entity, but how did that all come about?
Well, it all came about in the beginning. My father owned a glass business, wholesale glass, junk, sold some plush, so forth. And we didn't live far. We lived in Covington, not far from State Fair, West Virginia, and Fairleigh. Well, they had a big year in there. If I remember, that was the Saunders back in those days.
Ron Sanders.
Yeah.
Megan, his daughter, I think.
Yep. Ken Penn. Well, NEI, there were 3 or 4 different things before it was all said and done. But anyway,
right.
Can't remember his name now. I think his last name was Andrews. I saw him a few years back. Had glass pitches. Well, they'd had a big run in there, and then anyway, they came and bought everything Dad had, like cleaned the whole building out, took everything. And then he sold plush, too, to like the local fire departments and stuff for their carnivals. Well, then he went back and told them, hey, I found this guy that's got stock. Well, then they come back and cleaned out all the plush. So my father...
They must be doing pretty well.
Hell yeah, he says there must be something to this. So next thing we know, he gets a glass pitch, and one thing led to another. He got a bouncy house, and then we got I don't remember what came next. I think a Watkins swinger, and then we got a couple of kiddie rides. And anyway, things progressed from there. And as things came along, we ended up I don't know, probably had an 8-10 ride show. We played little firemen's festivals and stuff around the state of Virginia. And then, anyway, I went off to college, and I didn't think the desk thing was really going to be me. And I was on my way to supposedly becoming an electrical engineer. Well, back in those days, the starting salary was like $25,000. So anyway, I'm like, hey, I made that much money working for my dad. Hell with this college stuff. I quit. I'll be a millionaire. Well, I quit, but I still haven't become a millionaire. and lots of days when it's like 105 out there, I wish I was behind that desk. But anyway, I ended up buying my father out years on. It was more like a hobby to him. He tinkered in a little bit of everything, and I'd like to think I changed it into a real live business. And I don't know. We've carried it from that one glass pitch to we've got 32 rides now. So,
What year did you buy him out?
that must have been it would had to have been about 91.
91. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah.
And what was the route like back then? How many rides did you have? How many spots?
Oh, I'd say we had less than 20 between us back then, maybe 22, something like that.
You had bought a few things on your own beforehand.
Yeah. And
easing into the business.
Yeah, it was getting to the point we were still doing like 2 little 10-ride lawn parties or whatever at the same time. What I'd bought and what he'd accumulated, it was getting to where we were too big to work together most of the time anyway then. So
who was playing the fairs in Virginia back then in the early 90s?
Early 90s. Well, the Daglers had
State Fair
beach unit up here then.
That's right. Yeah.
Little Richard, he still had a show that was up here then. Gary Arbaugh played a lot of the spots up here. Of course, Amusements of America, they played some of the bigger things. But
what about out west where you are? Like who was out there?
You had Terry Portamont. I guess Fred Cantrell was gone, and Terry Portamont had come in by that time. But Jimmy Drew.
Okay.
I guess they were the power hitters out on this end of the state.
He still plays Wise Virginia, doesn't he, or something like that out there?
Yeah, I believe Jimmy plays Wise, and maybe there's something goes on in Richlands, Bluefield. He's played those spots.
That's West Virginia, yeah, isn't it?
Well, the line runs through
the
middle of the lot, I think.
Yeah, my father-in-law actually used to run, in addition to the one in Norfolk, the Texaco plant out in Bluefield. So he used to go out there once in a while, but that was a hike too out there.
Oh yeah. You have to be on the way to Bluefield. It's not on the way to anything else. It's out there.
You got to be intentional with your your trip.
I used to play Tazewell back in those days.
Oh yeah, okay.
Childress played a few spots out here.
Childress really came that far north? I never knew that.
Oh yeah. He played this end of the state. Saltville, Withville, Castlewood, Dungannon. That's just off the top of my head.
So then you started at some point. You accumulated some rides, and you said, "I think I'm going to start trying to play some of these county fairs."
Yeah, I guess, yeah. And I had we were booked on Childress's show at one time along the ways too. Bob did a whole lot helping me get started. Gave me some spots, sold me rides, and I didn't have any money. He helped me out a whole lot.
Bob Childress did.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
He and Tom Johnson both were a big help. Very instrumental in putting some faith in me and trust in me and funds in me.
Funds in you.
Yeah.
Gave you some debt. What? And when did you start going? Like, when's the first time you went to like the Virginia Fair meeting? Let's say to try and solicit some business.
Well, I'd have to say that's 35 years ago. I was still in school, so probably, I don't know, 20 years old, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. The first one I remember going to was in Charlottesville, and it was in the Hilton. I bet there wasn't 200 people there. I think attendance now is around 500-600.
Yeah, they get so many, especially because of the beauty pageant.
Yeah.
They get so many
Every
people.
queen brings 10 people.
It's true. I remember when I, used to exhibit there, or even now when we do exhibit, they come by and they take all your stuff or your little tchotchkes you got there. And you're like, oh, hey, are you the manager? No, I'm the beauty queen's mother. I'm the beauty queen's aunt. I'm like, well, why are you taking my stuff,
I let them have all the ink pens they want, Ron. I'm not as tight as you were. Here, help yourself.
I was giving out gold bars.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah, I even give them a bag to put it in so they can go to the other people's tables and get all their stuff.
Get all their stuff.
They can't carry it all. I give them something to put it in so they can go out
and accumulate it in the Cole Show's bag.
Yeah. But I give them that's why I give them the bag to get everybody else's stuff in.
Always plotting. So you started to accumulate a little bit of a route out there, and what was your first big ride purchase? When did you say, uh-oh?
I don't know. Every time I purchased one, it seemed like I think this is a big one. This is a big one. Well, I'd have to say I bought a Gravitron. I thought that was really something.
Brand new or used?
No, it was used. Even
used, it was a big purchase.
Yeah, it was big for me. Tom Johnson financed that. I think I was still with my dad whenever I bought that. I was, yeah. And of course,
so you bought it, and your dad was still was his advice to buy it or not to buy it?
Oh no, that's foolish. You don't need all that thing with all those lights. You won't be able to keep that going. That's going to be a pain in the ass. You don't need that.
So your dad never.
He might have been right. He may have been right.
He's right. Your dad never wanted to be big, though. I guess he just wanted to do what he was doing.
Yeah, I didn't really want to be this size either, but it just kind of happened. Having a lot of problems this spring. Feel like we're bursting at the seams now. It was so hot over the 4th of July, we couldn't use the city power. We're running a generator, pulling 400 amps a leg on each leg, just pulling nothing but house trails. I'm like, holy cow. And I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It just seemed like it all happened fast, but I got old, so maybe it didn't happen fast.
Well, it's been kind of rainy this year, hasn't it? Has it been rainy on that side of the state? I know.
Yeah.
We've had more than our fair share of rain, for sure.
Knock on wood, we've it's come after we closed or before we opened, or the ones, some spots that we banked on in the spring, it came. We didn't get any rain in those spots. I've been very fortunate, but we got caught once in West Virginia. Just here again, living quarters. I got out of my truck at 1:00 that afternoon, and we spotted my house trailer at 11:30 that night. Pulled every single living quarters with either a tractor or a bulldozer, and then got up the next morning at 8:00 and started spotting stuff. Same thing all day the next day, getting the rest of the ride spotted, and the rest of the living quarters that straggled in spotted. And it rained pretty much it seemed like every day, I guess. Not necessarily while we were open, but people still came. It hurt us. It wasn't paved midways, of course. And then so it took us all day pretty much to get off with a bulldozer and 3 tractors to get back off the lot when we left there. Yeah, it was a long week.
Well, that's a good thing about the western part of the state, is where they don't have as much entertainment and things. They come out with a little bit of adversity, unlike a big city or New York or someplace where they, a little bit of rain or a little bit of cloudiness, they don't come. But I remember playing Woodstock, Virginia, It was raining. I mean, flat out raining. People were just out in the Midway like it was a sunny day or something. It was pretty crazy. I was like, wow.
Well, that fair, I don't know. It's like, I don't remember now. It's 20 or $25 to get in, and that's everything: entertainment, rides, the whole 9 yards. And they still come. And I think that's why it's so cheap. They still come anyway. I mean, they're wading the mud, it's sucking their tennis shoes off their feet, and they're still going. They don't try to pick their tennis shoe up or nothing. Just keep on going. But I think that's one reason they come. It's so cheap. You know, if they're going to pay $10 to get in and $30 for a wristband, they don't want to spend that much money.
Shy away.
Yeah, and wade mud up to over their ankles. But there, I mean, they don't. It doesn't really slow them down. And the committee had 2 tow vehicles working the parking lot. I mean, they just come in and get stuck. Okay, this is where we're parking. And as you go out, when they leave, going back out the gate, we say, "Oh, by the way, we need a pull." Okay, where are you? They send somebody to pull them out. Yeah,
and it's free.
Yeah, if they pull out, oh yeah, that's included with admission.
It's part of the attraction.
Yeah. I think it's in the advertising on the website, everything.
The Virginia fairs are interesting because there's a lot of like small to medium sized fairs and not a whole lot of big ones. I mean, there's some, but there's not a whole lot there's not a lot of big cities, I guess, once you go outside the Richmond or Hampton Roads or Northern Virginia areas. But, there's quite a few of them, but they all seem to be small to medium sized. I mean, some do a good job, but others don't do so great a job, I think, trying to get people out there. But
well, I'd like to say we've picked and chosen which ones we want. And
yeah, you have. You picked the ones that I'm sure are focused on making their fair better and moving things forward.
We still got a few that we play because we don't have anywhere else to go, honestly. But there's not many of them. But yeah. And if you break a show up into 2 units, 15 to 20 ride units, you can still make money that way by splitting it up.
Yeah, it's just frustrating that some of the fairs could be a little bit better, I think. If they had a little bit more entertainment, a little bit more things to do, a little bit more. I played a fair out that we both know. I think you probably play it now, out in the southern west part of the state. And man, they just had no entertainment. It was unbelievable. The gate was whatever it was, $10 or something, and they had absolutely nothing for the people. I think they had a puppet show. That was about it.
Well, most fairs, their solution is to make the fair bigger and better. Is RC needs to go buy another $1 million ride.
Right, bring more rides. Right.
Yeah, you pull in, and that is one thing that gripes me. You pull in somewhere, and the grounds aren't mowed or things are unkept. The buildings, some of the barns, the paint's peeling off of them, and you've been up all night or pulling loads or whatever, had a hard jump, and they come to greet you and, "Hey, how you doing? What'd you buy new this year?" I'll say, "Looks like I should have bought y'all some paint. That's what I should have bought." Or something. Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, they think the carnival's got to pull the weight to make the fair better. Which. The carnival should be getting money from the people that are already coming, right? I mean, the gate
carnival should be a secondary draw. I believe that carnival should be a secondary draw to the fair. Their activity should be the primary draw. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's a way to turn the people into money in a sense. It's like you draw a lot of people, the carnival gross money, and you'll get money from it.
Yeah, and the other thing that I never have understood, you have a big night and then you see them the next morning. "Oh, you did really well last night." I'm like, "No, we did really well." They just don't get it. It's a two-way thing. It's one that depends on the other. It's still that mentality. Lots of places. "You did really well." No, it's not how it works. If I do well, you do well. If you do well, I do well.
That you're coming in and grabbing all the money and taking it out of town, basically.
Yeah, well, you got to remind them, I'm going to write them a check Saturday night. They forget that sometimes. But then there's some of them, that's all they concentrate on is getting the check on Saturday.
He's getting the check on Saturday. So, but a lot of the fairs, I mean, you've really grown your route quite a bit. Like New River Valley Fair you got. That was a Portamont spot, right? Back in the day, wasn't it?
Yep. Terry was the last one there. Yes, he was.
before you. That's a good event, and
Yeah,
you
we're a good fit for that fair. Yeah, I like. I went over and started laying the lot out yesterday. As a matter of fact, they're over there presetting some rides today. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that goes about now. Summertime, yeah, it's good.
yeah. And we're going into Tennessee for the first time this year. Uh, Maybe I guess first fair I've ever played in Tennessee.
Really.
Yeah, we're going to play the Greene County Fair in
And what
Greenport.
possessed you to do that?
Well, we're already down here on this end of the state right
It's true.
now.
You're right there, right?
So it's another. I think I was looking at my phone this morning. It's like 120 miles from here, and we're going to jump another 60 miles. So it'll be a 60-mile jump for me after next week.
Into Tennessee. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I talked to Charles, and he gave me a good recommendation. We went and met with the people. I think we'll be a good fit for that fair. So
Oh, so it was a Bell City spot.
yeah.
I
Charles,
gotcha.
yeah, Charles had played it for several years.
Excellent. So you're really expanding. So you're up to how many rides now? 30 some rides?
32. You want to buy some?
32. No, not at all.
30. We got 32 rides, and then the Doolins are here. They put up 6 to 8 rides. So I guess we'll starting next week. We'll probably have, between us and the Doolins, we'll probably have 35 to 40 rides in there now
Jeez.
through 1st of September.
And how long did the Doolin stay with you? It's Johnny and Michael.
Yeah, they'll be here.
Flip-flop.
They'll be here the end of August.
Oh, is that when they come? End of August?
No, they'll be here until the end of August.
Oh, until the end of August. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been here since 1st of June into May. Depending on what Michael's got on, they come up. Everybody gets in a panic as soon as they see the red trucks coming. Everybody goes and fills their fresh water tanks up on all their RVs, so they'll have water, because Johnny has them out there washing from sun up to sundown. There's a water hose running the whole time they're on the lot. They're scrubbing everything. I'm afraid to go by. I'm afraid they'll try to scrub me down.
Get a good bath. Yeah, I interviewed Johnny in Gibtown. That was a good talk. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he busted my chops a little bit there. But they're great people. Michael actually helps look after that second unit lot, lays out lots for both units, or when we're together. Michael's good, old school, and I don't say old school in a bad way. Carnival people,
right?
Reliable, dependable. They're an asset, not a liability. People you're proud to have on your show.
No, they're really good people. But you just can't get Michael to wear shoes.
I got him to wear them once when we set up carousel on the White House lawn. He put some shoes on for that. I don't think he wore them all day. He started whining. He was getting blisters and whatever. I think he finally took them off, put flip-flops back on about half.
I don't know how you wear the flip-flops around all those muddy lots you play. I don't get it.
Well, yeah, he seemed, he was pushing them trucks the other week. He's getting good traction. I think he took them off, was digging them toes in. It's like a bulldozer pushing them trucks in and out of that mud.
His dad must wash his feet a lot when he's riding around on the golf cart. So are you on the same unit as him, or do you split?
Say again.
Are you on the same unit as Michael, or do you split up?
We split, but we were everything. We've been. This is the first week we've split. I had a whole carnival sitting in the barn till this week. We didn't get our help in time. I was in bucket F.
Oh, is that a problem?
It was this year again. We were in bucket F. I was concerned we'd get them all period in, but I think we lack 3 or 4 now, having a complete crew. Like I said, there's probably 12, 14 rides up this week, because this is the first time they've been in the air. They've been in the building.
Jeez.
Never got them out.
You've had a problem with help a couple of years recently, right? I mean,
Yeah. 1 year, I think that was, I don't remember what year Trump was in office. And we didn't have, we didn't get any of them till July. Yeah.
I remember you were really fretting how you're
Yeah.
gonna.
You came by, I think you came by and saw me that year.
I saw you up by Charlottesville or somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I was putting up freak out when you came. Remember?
You just gotten it?
No, didn't have any help.
Oh, you
I
didn't
was,
have any help to get
yeah,
it. Yeah.
we were out there putting it up the day you stopped by to visit. Yeah, but I can't do that again. I just can't do it.
Well, how much local help do you have? Do you have any, or I mean, you got some.
Southwest, you can get a few. We hired 4 here. I think they worked half a day setup. We're supposed to be back tomorrow for an opening. Never saw them again. But you can get a few that last, might get a few that'll last a week in this part of the state. But when you get north of 64, it's tough, and when you get up as far as 66, it's not.
Oh, forget it, right? Northern Virginia.
You can forget it.
Well, I find it interesting too because they when they talk about immigration or the visas or whatever, foreign labor, they say, well, and they point to like the unemployment rate or the people that aren't working out of the employment pool, and they say, well, those people could get a job, and this could be a job that they do. But then, what they don't factor in is that you got to get people that want to work, that want to do the job. B, they got to travel. C, they got to pass a drug test or a background test too. What percentage of the workforce can't pass that?
You're leaving out all the stuff. You still got to work holidays, weekends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In the hot, in the cold, in the mud, all that factors in. You're right. There's people on the unemployed, but they don't want a job. They want a job. They want to select a job. They want to start out making, $70,000-$80,000 a year. I mean, yeah, that all factors in. The Doolins and I, we met with Ben Klein last week, I guess, and he's on our side. Or so he says he's on our side. So we'll see. At least that's somebody else we got in our corner in this state to help with. My problem started when they did away with the returning worker exemption.
Right.
That's what really hurt me. And we've tried some other countries or whatever, but what we do now, if we add anybody, we're on the friends and family policy. And I got some guys that have been here, I guess 14 years now. I think Alex has been here. Friends and family, you got to be recommended by somebody else that's already here. And everybody's here now is long term or was recommended by somebody that was already here. And that's worked out good for us. And we have it's still the carnival business. You'll have one will fall in love or whatever, go to the wayside or whatever. But we pretty much, I'd say 90% return.
Yeah, it's amazing how reliable and how dependable they are.
Yeah,
Come back year after year. They're good workers. They send money to their families, right? A lot of them.
Yep. They send the money home, and we've got. And I think the big misconception comes from all this, everybody crossing the border. The people that the carnival industry are using are not those people. I think that's a misconception by the public. It costs me a lot of money to get them here, a lot of money to get them home, and they don't want to stay here. They come here. I've got guys that, raise their families. You talk about sending money home. 2 of them built houses down there. They come here, work all summer, work hard, get paid, go home, live like a rock star, come back, repeat, do it again. They have no desire to stay here.
Do you have one of those soccer teams that competes in the league down there?
No, I do not. No.
They have like a league, like a soccer league at the carnivals.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Eddie Powers has a team. He went down there and played one time.
No, I didn't know that. The guys play here all the time.
Yeah, you should get them in the league, man.
I'll have to ask about that. Most of my guys are from Veracruz, and we've got a lot of Hondurans too now. I'd say we have more Hondurans than we do I know we do. We have more Hondurans now than we do Mexican guys.
So that
And
Northern Triangle thing worked out. I know initially when they came over, some people were griping a little bit, but it
which
seems like
one
it's
did, Debbie? The Guatemalans. We tried those. That did not work out. But the Hondurans worked out great. The Guatemalans didn't. That was a disaster to say the least. But the
incredible.
Hondurans have worked out great.
So you've moved quite a bit. You mentioned Debbie. You've moved into the food business a little bit, something you weren't really in before, right?
I was years ago, but not on
This scale.
Yeah, I mean, I had a old Autobacker and Jim Cook built me a popper. I thought I'd
Jim Cook.
I thought I'd hit the big time then. When Jim built my popper, I go to Jim's house, talking the deal. We're walking around through his house. Every room we go to, he's got a cigarette already burned in the ashtray. I said, gee whiz, Jim. Don't you go through a lot of cigarettes like that? He says, yeah, but I save a lot on lighters. I don't use many lighters. I like this one off, the next one off of this, and so I just keep on burning in every room. Saves me a lot of money on lighters. I'll never forget that.
That is some logic.
Yeah, I think.
What do you got for food now? How many food stands you operating?
We bought three from 3 new trailers from Hitchhiker, I guess, since since COVID, and have a 4th one on order. So,
how long is the lead time on that?
I think the last one was 18 months, and this one they're building it right now, but they had somebody kind of backed out at the last minute, and anyway, we weren't supposed to have one built until next year, but Jeff called Debbie and said, hey, you want this slot? So we took it. Anyway, we're getting one built now. Hope to have it by fair season. Well, in the next month, we're hoping. We'll see what happens. But
and who's running those? That Debbie's thing?
Debbie runs all the coal. It's coal concessions. So she's got. We have the food pretty much. Lothers are here. They have food, and of course Johnny has his grab joint here.
Yeah.
And Debbie has all the games pretty much. So.
Wow. The whole front end she took over.
Yeah.
Left you with the hard work of the rides.
Yeah.
Sorry, Debbie, I'm just teasing.
It's not as hard as it used to be, though. When I worked for my dad, it was a whole lot harder.
Running all the doing all the grunt work, I guess, for him instead of being out there. So, what's your view on pay one price now, RC?
Oh, here we go.
Wristbands.
Me and you've been butting heads on this for 35 years. I broke over a little bit. Not 100% yet.
Not 100% yet.
Not 100%. What we do though, we've done a 3-tier pay one price. So you've never did that sales pitch on me. You like on a Saturday or a long Sunday, we'll sell them a band that goes from opening to 5. You can buy that one, or you can buy one that goes from 5 to close, or you can buy one for like
all day.
Which I kind of like that. That works pretty good some places.
How do you manage the changeover? That's always the part that I found.
You got the 1 hour changeover transition time where you honor either band. That's the only thing we really run into.
So you sell them an hour before the session starts, or
end one. You end one an hour before it's over, and you start the other one an hour before it begins, and then you just honor them all in that 1 hour time frame. So you're not right yet. I'm still not. You're still not right yet.
Oh my God. Right. The last holdout on pay one price is this man right here.
Yep. Wearing my rides out for. Hey, one spot I was telling you about in the mud, that pay one price at the gate, it averages out they ride by the time.
No, pay one price at the gate is a different
ball. It's like $2 a head to ride them.
That's a different ball game. I'm not for that. I'm against that. I'm talking about offering a wristband.
I do not like them, RC. I am not in the house of the mouse, not on a boat with a goat. I do not like them wristbands.
But I think you admitted one time in a moment of weakness, you tried it at a spot where you added wristbands every day and you grossed a lot more money per cap.
I think you're making this up.
I recorded it. You want to play it for you? After discussing it for 10 years.
Well,
I said, just take one spot. Do all wristbands every day and see if you gross more money.
is it worth the wear and tear? Is it worth the exposure?
Yes.
Well, we still don't. I'm still not 100% sold on. It works some spots.
You got a little bit of your father still in you.
I work some spots that are tickets, and I wouldn't trade them for love nor money. I wouldn't trade them. I wouldn't turn it into a wristband spot.
Do you have any spots that are all tickets still?
Oh yeah. I told you
Really?
I'm not 100% convinced. I mean, you're grossing all you can gross on tickets. Why would you change that? You think you can gross more by? I mean, you can't sell them fast enough. Can't ride them fast enough.
I've never seen a spot where the per cap is higher with tickets than it is with wristbands. Never seen it. And I study it, believe me. I look at it. The only time you could possibly do it maybe is if like you got a really small window or something like that, or a small number of rides or something along those lines where the wristband would just be ridiculous, the lines, waiting times.
Well, we got some at the lines, even with wristbands. I mean, we're talking 25 to 30 rides, and we can't ride them all on a wristband. I mean, I don't know why anybody would. I've heard people in line saying, "Oh, I've been standing here to ride this freak out for an hour and 15 minutes, and wearing a $50 wristband." And that'll be it. I mean, how many rides are you going to ride in a day? 10 or 12 hours.
Yeah. But you go to I just went to Universal. I mean, it's unbelievable what they charge to get on, and the waits hours and hours and hours, and you're lucky to get on a few rides in the course of a day.
Yep. I took my family to Disney year before last. Yeah, they know how to relieve you of your money.
Whew. The parking and everything else, it's incredible. I mean, to have a 2-3 hour wait and people don't really blink,
Oh, we did the whole thing. We had lunch with the princesses in the castle. They hit you up for that. I mean, we did the whole 9 yards. I went there. When I came out, I was completely broke.
Ready to start another season.
Yeah, it was. We could learn a lot from Disney, I think.
I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible how they. And I don't know when the prices are going to stop, how much can you charge for a day to not ride anything, or to ride a couple of rides, or I guess it's the experience, or, I mean, Universal's $150 a day. The new park that they just opened, the VIP was like $500 just for the VIP or something like that.
I know you can get a concierge. I think it's
Epic Universe.
Told me the other day, and you go to the front of the line with him. You go straight in and sit down. It's like $4,000. I wanted to say for the family if you went.
Yeah, it was $500 that didn't include park admission.
No, this is $4,000.
Yeah, well, that's one person. You're saying a family, so
a family, yes. But like I said, you don't wait for anything. You go to the front of the line for everything.
And they give you some pictures.
No, that's included in the price. They didn't give you anything.
And some secret inside information.
Something, yeah. Yeah, but I don't know where they ended up. I guess maybe we service the people who can't afford the $150-something. I mean, there's we still do some county fairs that us coming to town's
big thing.
It happens all year.
What are you getting now for a wristband, out there, in the western part? Not when you go to Northern Virginia, but
the western part we're 25 to 30.
And is that a lot? You think you're at the higher end now at 30 or no?
Uh, we don't hear any complaints. Well, you're always going to hear somebody complain, but I mean, they still seem to pay it without a second thought. Northern Virginia, some of them spots, I'm just scratching my head. I mean, I guess you just ask for whatever.
Yeah, and people pay it, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so used to waiting in line or waiting in traffic or overpaying for everything. It's incredible.
Yeah. I'm glad. I mean, we went up there and stayed 7 weeks in the spring. I'm glad to get there, boy. I'm glad to get out of there too. Just three of us. I used drivers from home and hired trucks, and we didn't have but 16, 17 rides plus the bunkhouse plus the food, blah blah blah. But three of us moved the whole show up there never moved over 22 miles, but 22 miles around Northern Virginia is like driving 100 miles on 81 or 77.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as pleasant either.
No. It's, like I said, I was glad to get there, but I was glad to get out of there. We left living quarters in the same spot for 7 weeks and didn't move them, I guess.
It's not bad.
Yeah. And Eddie was there too. I think at one time, hell, we must have had 60 living quarters and bunkhouses on that lot at one time.
Oh, you're staying like in Manassas or?
No, it was another lot we found. I had stuff in Manassas too. Yeah, it was like, I tell everybody that's Gibtown North.
Well, land's a premium up there, that's for sure. There's no.
Yeah.
It's hard to find places. Hard to.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of spots in Northern Virginia, and all of them are because they built on my lot.
Right. It's tough. It's tough to play up there.
Town Center. The last time we played, 7 times, and the reason being it took them so long to get their permits pushed through Fairfax County. I mean, we played, like I said, we played it 7 times. This is the last time we did that 7 times.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder up there to find a lot, find a place to go, find a place to sit, find a place you can get a permit.
Yeah, just a place to lay it down, and they keep widening 66. They can't get any wider. I guess they're going to have to go 2 stories high with it now, put something over top of the easy pass lane. I don't know.
I think things are a little bit slowing down up there, though. But I don't know, like with the making people work there, come to work and moving people out of the town, out of DC.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I did notice this spring, and some of those spots were off. You talking about the season? Some of those were off 50%.
Wow.
One of them we played was primarily Hispanic, and they did not come out. I don't know.
Oh, they were scared of.
I wonder if
some
they
people
were afraid of
speculate
ice or what the situation was, but it's like 90% Hispanic, and it was off 50, 60%. They did
That's
not
big.
know. And I noticed when I went up there this spring, as soon as I got off and started up 28, all those big office buildings, vacant, empty. So I don't know if people are working from home or the government cutbacks have eliminated jobs that normally would have had those buildings rented. I don't know what the deal is, but there's a lot of empty office space up there right now.
Well, as a Virginia resident, your whole life, you know that as Northern Virginia got more and more populated, it controlled the state, basically, politically and otherwise. Everything was decided by Northern Virginia because it's a big state, Virginia, and it's like I don't know if you get a voice out west, so much. The cities really rule things.
Yeah, especially I had an inspector tell me this is the state of Fairfax, boy.
Really?
I said yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, yeah, it's a different world up there, and a lot of people that are there, they think the whole state of Virginia is like that.
Yeah. It's not.
The world drops off at the edge of the belt line. They think that's the end of the world.
It's like those old New York City maps where it was New York and then California and then nothing in between, right?
Yeah. I mean, you mean we do fairs there or whatever, playing a spot. They're like, well, where are you going next week? Well, we're going
Withville.
we're going to, oh, we don't go that far. We're going to Charlestown, West Virginia. Well, how far is that? Well, that's about 90 miles. Oh, you really that far? I mean, you think you'd tell him you're jumping somewhere west of the Mississippi.
Yeah, it's tough to navigate around there, but it really is. People live up there pretty miserable.
And we used to jump at night. Now,
Right.
nighttime.
It's busy at night. The traffic, it's crazy.
Well, now they work on all the roads at night.
Yep.
So it's a lose-lose situation any way you shake it now.
You can't win.
No.
So speaking of delays and things, what ride-wise, what's the last ride you got delivered, and do you have anything coming, and is it going to come in your lifetime?
Let's see. I guess we got a Scooby train the other day. And,
From Steve Lisco?
Yeah. And I bought it because I wanted to get the Santa sleds to go on it. Well, everybody says, don't worry, you'll have the Santa sleds by Christmas, which I didn't ask which Christmas, but it was already in the States. I guess before that, we bought a New York.
Funhouse.
Yeah.
Well, who's that from?
Lisa Gassetto.
Oh, Gassetto. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a big purchase for your little show out there in Western Virginia.
It actually showed up early. And I guess...
Good for those Italians.
No, before, I think we'd bought the Vertigo. I don't know. That might have been... It was way, way behind. It was supposed to got here like... Mike's going to kill me for saying this, but he didn't have any help. He was just up against,
yeah,
nothing he could do. It should have been here like in June or July. I think we got it in October, but he's up against the same thing everybody else. No labor.
At least he communicated, though.
Yeah.
So do you have anything you're waiting for? Anything on order?
No.
Really?
Like I said, I feel like I'm kind of bursting at the seams right now. So we got enough to cover everything. We got 3 Ferris wheels, 2 merry-go-rounds, 2 little coasters. We got doubled up on about everything. But
what kind of wheels do you have?
We've got 2 Expo wheels, and we've got a Luna Park wheel.
The Expo wheel is from Mike Howard or Childress Wheels. Okay.
Childress.
Mike Howard still building wheels, or no? Is he done?
I don't think so.
I haven't heard much about him in a long time.
No, I talked to him just the other day. We're getting ready to convert a drive system over on a ride that I have, and he's helping me out with that.
Oh, so he's still doing stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he still works in the shop.
I used to hear a whole lot more about him, back in the day.
I think he works with who he wants, when he wants, if he wants now. So
sounds like somebody else I know in the game business a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's nice to get to that point. So
it really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Maybe
so
someday,
what are the biggest problems you're facing right now? I mean, help. Obviously, you mentioned getting the help in and doing the things, but beyond that, is pricing, is inflation still a problem? Is what are the biggest challenges you're facing in the carnival business?
I'd say labor's number one, and ever since COVID, parts have been a problem. I mean, we carry a 53-footer with parts in it, and by the time we got home the year after COVID, I want to say we had 4 rides that we had sent home early because we couldn't get parts.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for me having that trailer, I don't know what I'd done if I hadn't already, bought up when I ordered a part, ordered 2 of everything I needed or was going to use. We'd have been in a lot of trouble. We got home, like I said, we had, I don't know, 3 or probably 4 or 5 rides in the barn we couldn't get parts for, and the trailer was about empty. So that
really,
yeah, that was a lifesaver for me when we opened back after COVID. But everything's
evened out a little bit.
Rule of thumb is tripled.
Tripled.
Tripled, and if you can even get it. And nobody keeps anything on the shelf anymore. Um, I'd say parts is my number two biggest hurdle right now.
But on the business side, though, things have been pretty good since COVID every year. Or have you been increasing
Yeah,
each year?
we the year after COVID, we I thought it would go away. I thought things would gradually recede back to where they were. And my philosophy on that, and I think I've told you this before, I think we had a lot of people come back to the county fair that hadn't been in years and may have left with a sour taste in their mouth. I hear, the year after COVID, I heard a lot of people say, "This is really great. Boy, this is really nice." I hadn't been to one of these in 15 or 20 years.
Right.
So I think we had a lot of people return to the county fair.
But what about your still dates? Your still dates were up too. You couldn't miss with the still date almost.
Yeah. Well, same principle. I mean, there's a lot of people hadn't gone to the carnival in the parking lot, but everybody was starved for entertainment.
It
was over, and luckily when they came back, it was a pleasant surprise to them. And now it's up. Hopefully we're gained our customer bases. We recaptured them. So that's what I'm hoping.
And price is going up. Well, it's funny because I was thinking the same along with you. Is like, is it the bubble going to burst or something going to happen? But I was reading the book about Conklin shows, about their history. And after the war, same thing happened. Supply chains, all the things that went on that you couldn't buy things you couldn't get. And once the war ended, they were like, well, how are things going to be? But things continue to be high. Things, continue to get top dollar, and the grosses continue to go up. It didn't go backwards at all, which that kind of gave me some insight or some comfort into what was going to happen moving forward.
The ones that we had big COVID numbers in, for the most part, we still get that number. Some of them we still get a greater number.
Right.
They're right there. I mean, I thought it'd be over. I thought it was a one and done.
Right. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But that's not been the case. We're still beating the post-COVID numbers in some of these fairs. And
that's all because you implemented the wristband?
No, but things are strong right now. I mean, it's costly as hell. I mean, to get over the road. And I'd say the third challenge is drivers. I lost 9 drivers since last year. 4 of them have passed.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, one of them just fell off a ladder, had a brain bleed, never recovered, working home. Just crazy stuff. But yeah, I've been spending a little more time in the truck this year than I wanted to. That's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of shows that that's one thing I noticed over the last I don't know how many years, but shows used to have a pretty big complement of drivers, and a lot of even big shows, they don't have any. Basically they just have a couple, and then they have those moving companies move them everywhere. So that's got to be tough.
Well, I'm not going to name any names, but I hired somebody recently. It was referred to me by somebody in the business. So I hire 3 trucks from this one company. They're going to pull bunkhouses for me. Okay. So anyway, I get there. They speak very little English. I have to help them get them hooked up. They're ready to roll. I'm like, well, where's the third truck? Well, I call the broker. He's had truck trouble. It's going to be 1 o'clock before he gets there. I said, well, all right. Took a picture of the load. Here it is. It's sitting right here in the parking lot, ready to go, hooked up, lights work, air, blah, blah, blah. Hook and go. So all the show's moving, everything's going out of there. So I'm like, I got to go. So I get in my truck and I make it about 100 miles. Well, let me back up. The 2 of them, he kept saying, this is not my load. I said, yeah, this is my load. Well, no, I said, trust me, I own this stuff. This is your load. So I get on the phone with the broker. I said, he's saying this isn't his load. Well, let me talk to him. So whatever, they go back and forth. And anyway, the broker says, everything's good now. So anyway, I leave. And then I get up the road about 100 miles. I said, the third truck came, hooked up. And they all turned around, went back and dropped. I said, what do you mean they all? Yeah, they all took them back and dropped them. I said, what do you mean? So none of them have doubles on their license.
And you didn't know about this beforehand?
Well, I took pictures of all their license, but I didn't look to see if they had doubles on it. I never thought.
No, I mean the broker didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. I said, shouldn't somebody figured this out? He said, well, I told them what they were getting, but I didn't really elaborate that it was going to be a set of pups. So here we are. We're jumping, I don't know, 200 miles, pouring rain. So I'm like, I'm going to have like 40 people standing in the rain when we get there. I don't have these bunkhouses. So what am I supposed to do?
Oh, no, bunkhouses. Yeah, geez.
Yeah. So I had my trucks drop rides, turn around and go back and get those 3 sets of double bunkhouses. So everybody wasn't standing there in the rain looking at each other when they got to the next spot. Just like I'd say, drivers, whether they're hired or otherwise, is probably drivers hired, otherwise, company, whatever. I'd say that's probably my third biggest
challenge.
That's putting it mildly. Yes, a challenge.
Getting over the road. Well, that's the one aspect of this business that's always people just don't understand unless they're in it, is the moving.
Yeah. And I mean, we used to call roads. We blow a tire, we call road service. What the hell? Give them $200 to come change the tire. Well, it's $600 now. It's $600 plus the tire.
Jeez.
So we got 2 guys. That's what they do now. If we blow one over the road, we change them. I spent $12,000 on tires before I ever left the yard. Spent $12,000 on tires before I left the yard, and I still blow them over the road. So I don't know.
So you get guys that just follow the trucks and repair tires as they do.
I got 2 guys on the show. If anybody blows a tire, we try to put them in the back of the line, and they change them as we go. We try to make sure spares on everything now. But, I mean, that's serious. I mean, you blow one tire, you're talking, this is $1,000.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, the numbers are just getting bigger and bigger, and they're scarier and scarier. But I mean, I guess the grosses have gone up too. But it seems like an enormous number to overcome. Enormous.
Well, you got to ask yourself: is it a wash? Are you getting better off now than you were back then?
Or you're just playing with like Monopoly money. You're just throwing giant numbers after giant expenses, and
yeah. I think that's one thing too. We haven't gone to the fun tag or anything like that yet, but just the when the credit cards became a big thing, I think that changed because people don't put I think they don't put a dollar value on it when they swipe that card.
Yeah, that's very true.
What they do, and we take cards on everything. I tell them we take everything but IOU, wooden nickel, or Blockbuster video card. We'll take it all. But and now it's gotten, because we do that, we take them everywhere. Now the ATMs that'll be the next thing. It's a thing of the past, which that's fine with me. They're a pain in their ass.
Your cash has gone way down, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of dates we do. We're about 85% plastic now.
Up north, what about out west?
It's not that strong out here, but Northern Virginia, we're about 85.
So you still get cash in the western part of the state?
Not a lot, not like we used to, but
right. But
we're getting it here. Nice, yeah.
That's amazing what a dramatic change it's been the last.
Yeah, Northern Virginia, they pay with their phones, their watches, whatever. They don't
every which way, and you take it all, Apple Pay, the whole deal. Look at you, Mr. Modern.
We went in a I think it was a SunTrust. We're going to make a deposit, and there's like 4 ladies in there behind computer monitors. I said, I have money. I need a deposit. They looked at me. I had money. I wanted a deposit, and they looked at me like I'd done something wrong.
Absolutely.
We don't handle cash here.
It's a bank.
It's a bank. We don't do that here.
You have to go to the cash bank.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. That was in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, I can see that. I my first experience in the business was something like that when it was just crazy. People aren't this even started 20 years ago. Maybe people were just not getting used to cash. It was like they were transitioning. And now it's like insane almost to have cash. Like my daughters, they use cash. I bring cash for something. They're like, "What? Why do you have cash?" It's like, why not? I mean, what's the big deal?
And talking about the ATMs being such a pain, you go to get the money out to put in the ATM. My favorite one, I don't remember where it was. Anyway, I wanted 20s to put in and they didn't want to give them.
Really?
They're like, well, can't we just give you a cashier's check?
No.
I'm like, how am I going to take a cashier's check and stock 6 ATMs? I don't understand.
They had no solution. That's crazy. Well, things have changed. I mean, it's incredible. But it's good to hear your perspective from being, because it's a little bit different from the guys that are on big cities or around big cities, and where you've come from and how you've adapted and what you've done. It's fascinating. I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I can't believe I got you to come on. That's great with technology and everything.
I'll send you the bill.
Yeah, I'm sure it's big for getting Wi-Fi out that way.
Yeah. Hey, we have Starlink and everything now, Ron. We're like,
I know you're like a regular high-tech giant there.
Person, yeah.
You showed Debbie, because without her, you wouldn't have any of this.
WD does. My cousin does the Wi-Fi.
Somebody's pushing it though.
Yeah, he did. My biggest mistake we ever made was taking the Houston Livestock Show and rodeo. He came back with a want list.
Lots of ideas.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully, I'll see you on the road somewhere.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ron.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
See you.
Talk to you soon.
This podcast is brought to you by Innovative Ticketing is the ticketing source made for the amusement industry. Our staff of professionals can guide you through your setup, assist with customer service, even on the weekends when you most need it, and help increase your sales through promotions that work. Innovative Ticketing is the ticketing source made for the amusement industry. Sign up today at innovativeticketing.com.